God, what a feeling in this room. The Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium is packed. Brad Stutts and Cecil, Indy with a Y, Scott are in the booth. See, Bear, look at the tension between these two.
Whoa! Cutter! One, to the finals! Oh, the foot's on the rope!
Oh, man. Richards went for broke in seconds. Mere seconds, Richards went for broke. That cutter has been his best friend, but those high-risk moves, Cecil, can be his worst enemy.
Right, he got lucky that time, but if you mistime one of those, you're shot.
Cactus elbow, perhaps. Richards reverting back to those high-risk maneuvers.
Oh, he got feet.
Two boots right in the face from the worldwide television champion, Andrews. Oh!
Just bodied him out there.
Cecil Scott, clearly the tensions, the hostilities between these two former partners are still at a boiling point.
Well, some grudges die hard, but then you add the extra pressure, the added prestige of the Weaver Cup, something that both of these men have coveted, and it's the pressure and the anticipation's through the roof right now.
Yeah, it's a very intriguing Final Four that we have wound up with. Four young veterans, I will call them. All these men in their late 20s or early 30s, all of them, all of them with several years of experience under their belt. They have all been champions. However, they are all still hungry. All four of them, even the current worldwide television champion, still hungry to take their career to the next level. And a win in this tournament does just that.
Right, and we've got a 75% chance of a first-time Weaver Cup champion tonight, and that's, I mean, a lot of people say Arik Royal's the odds-on favorite, but the odds aren't in his favor if you look at the numbers.
Certainly seems like the sentimental favorite has been Nick Richards. This crowd, oh, sunset flip, couldn't get him. Andrews might be too strong, muscles him up by the throat.
Yeah, that's his advantage right there.
A lot of people have called Richards' cardiovascular conditioning into question. He has always been such a formless fighter. I mean, he's been just a couple of steps above a street fighter for the bulk of his career. Is he in shape to fight his way through this tournament? Semi-final round matchups tonight on CWF Worldwide. The tournament finals comes your way next week. But the winner of this tournament will have to defeat two world-class, top-ranked wrestlers in the Mid-Atlantic region in a very short amount of time. Very short turnaround time between the semifinals and the finals. A lot of people are wondering, quite frankly, if Richards is in shape enough to pull it off. You know, it's tough to tell. There's no substitute for ring shape. But Richards is not the kind of guy that we've seen have these 30, 40-minute matches. Oh, cover. Andrews leaning on the shoulders. Richards has always been more of a brawler. What do you think, Cecil Scott? Is that going to be a factor?
Man, a couple of things to consider. I mean, oddly enough, he is the most experienced man left in the Weaver Cup tournament, you know, years-wise. But these fighters, these Street Fighter-type guys seem to always find a reserve. You think of a guy like a Stan Hansen or a Tommy Dreamer back in the day, where physically you look at them, you think they wouldn't have the cardio, but they always found a way to hung in there. He lands on his feet.
Good move from Richards. Woo! Big clothesline. Richards, 26 years old, 10 years a pro, started when he was 16 at the CWF Mid-Atlantic Dojo. Aric Andrews, 26 years old, 8 years as a pro, started when he was 18 at Boogie's Wrestling Camp in Shawsville, Virginia, where he was mentored by Sean Christian. Whoa! And Lee Valiant, who we will see later in this hour, but Richards has locked into cattle mutilation.
Yeah, he had a variation of La Mystica to get into it, but he might have a tap out.
Richards' athletics, in my opinion, and I've known Richards his whole career. I've known him since his first day as a prospect, as a trainee, as a student. I feel like Richards' athleticism has always been kind of overlooked. Every now and then he will pull out something that will really surprise you. You know, because he, quite frankly, he is so formless. He is such a fighter in there.
To be frank, I think he surprises himself sometimes.
Yeah, you don't think of him in those terminologies.
Whoa! Oh, went for that back elbow. He got caught.
Asphalt spike. No, slips out of it. Richards. Woo! Got him! Dead center of the ring. Cover. 2, got him! Nick Richards, for the first time in his career, is going to the finals!
Minutes, 50 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, advancing to the final, Lost Cause, Nick Richards!
I want y'all to look at something. Randolph, I want you to pay attention. You see that? That doesn't exist anymore. I am not the lost cause. I found my cause right here tonight. And it is me walking out of here with that Johnny Weaver Cup Memorial Trophy.
The Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium is the #1 venue for live pro wrestling in all of the Carolinas. But did you know that you can also rent the Sportatorium for all of your anniversaries, fundraisers, and live pro wrestling birthday parties? Check us out at CWF247.com to find out more about how you can have your event right here at the Sportatorium.
His semifinal action of the 2016 Johnny Weaver Memorial Tournament. On his way to the ring at this moment, a two-time former Weaver Cup champion.
The only
two-time Weaver champion in history, the ace, Arik Royal!
Grant, these people do not know. They done forgot, Grant. They forgot, and now I have to remind them. Of who I am. And Smith Garrett, I'm sorry, but you're the unfortunate victim. Yeah, give it up for Smith.
Please welcome back, Smith Garrett! CWF!
Look at the focus and concentration on the face of the ace, Arik Royal, the only man in the history of this tournament to win it twice. He did it in back-to-back years. And Cecil Scott, he faces another man in the Final Four for the first time, Smith Garrett. And what an incredible story if Smith Garrett rallies from where he was a year ago on this very night to win this tournament 1 year later.
Right, it's almost night and day where we were calling into question whether his career might be over a year ago. And here he is, and possibly one of the biggest tests he's ever going to face against the former heavyweight champion, the two-time Weaver Cup champion, and is the ace, and he earned that title.
Garrett looking at the trophy that is placed right in front of us. He will need to focus on the task at hand, however.
Right, you can't focus on the glory yet until you get past the ace.
Royal, the only man in the 13-year history of this tournament to hold that trophy up over his head on 2 different nights. Ooh, good thinking from Smith Garrett. Barely won.
Yeah, it behooves you to try to end these things quickly.
Props to Nick Richards. You know, we called into question the state of his cardiovascular conditioning. You know, a hard-fought 4, 5, 6 minutes. It's still a hard-fought 4, 5, 6 minutes, but it's not like it went 20. It's not like it went 25 minutes. Richards came in with a great game plan, went for the cutter right away, didn't hit it, but on that second one, he was able to hold him down. And talk about holding him down. Smith Garrett on that jackknife pin was holding on for dear life. Even with those strong, powerful legs of Arik Royal, Smith Garrett's still trying to hold on for the 3 count. He knows the fastest that he can hold this man down and move on to the finals, the better off he is.
And if you ever question whether this strategy actually works, you just need to look back a couple of years ago when Trevor Lee won. He won his first round, his semifinal match in a matter of a minute.
Absolutely.
It became a deciding factor. Valiant had to battle a 10, 15-minute match, on the flip side of things, and it proved to be the difference.
Yeah, when that tournament final matchup between Valiant and Trevor Lee extended past 40, 45 minutes, it was essentially Trevor Lee's first matchup of the night. That kill shot knee won his semifinal round match in mere seconds. Valiant had already wrestled once, but the smack talking is going on in the ring. Smith Garrett, beloved by these fans, but he is not short on confidence.
No, and he's a bit of a hothead out there if you get him riled up.
There may be no one in the entire Mid-Atlantic more of a hothead than the Ace.
Especially these days.
Such a sense of entitlement. Arik Royal, the longest reigning Mid-Atlantic champion on record of all time, the only rookie to ever win the 30-person CWF Rumble, the only person to ever win the Weaver Cup tournament twice. He's got a long list of accomplishments. Television champion, tag team champion. But, I don't know, he feels like in these past year and a half or so that he has been overlooked. That men like Trevor Lee, Andrew Everett, Cedric Alexander have stolen the spotlight from him.
Man, we're crisscrossing here. Nice arm drag.
Royal has gotten himself into probably the best fighting shape of his 8-year pro career. Oh, good thinking from Garrett. Oh, he couldn't hold him down, though.
Whoa. Yeah, I think if we end up in a foot race here, Garrett may have the edge.
I don't know, man. We talked about earlier in the broadcast Nick Richards' athleticism being underrated. The cardiovascular conditioning of Arik Royal will surprise you in the worst possible way if you are his opponent. Arik Royal can go and go and go.
Oh yeah, man, I know this firsthand. I've wrestled him in maybe a second or third match ever, and I've laid everything I had into him, and it barely phased him. So this dude has always had unbelievable endurance.
That was 100 pounds ago.
Yes, it was.
Hundreds of professional fights ago. Royal is smarter than he's ever been. He's in the best shape he's ever been. He's the strongest he's ever been. Smith Garrett has got a tall mountain to climb if he hopes to join Nick Richards in the finals, which quite frankly, Cecil Scott, is the matchup that a lot of fans in the past couple of weeks on social media were picking to be the finals. The fans are picking 2 fan favorites to meet in the finals. That's what they think is going to happen.
Nice bridge here. Whoa, look at that neck string.
Now, that neck is going to be called into question during this matchup. I do not know if the neck can support all that weight. You heard Smith Garrett screaming out in pain.
That's a little bit of bravado by Smith Garrett there.
Yeah, in a relatively young career, Smith Garrett has suffered a couple of major injuries. One we alluded to about 13 months ago. He was knocked out cold in the middle of a ring. The matchup was stopped. His future was in question. Smith Garrett would come back to win the 30-man Rumble, the same Rumble that Arik Royal had won years prior, and would go on to become worldwide television champion, defeating Cedric Alexander. His body has held up pretty well in the past 13 or so months. Some people know it, some people don't. On Smith Garrett's first day in the sport, he broke his neck.
Yes, he did.
He went to, quite frankly, a training school that was not reputable, people that were not qualified to be training. He was dropped awkwardly by someone that he with his body, and quite frankly, broke his neck his first day in the sport. So Smith Garrett has been coming up from sort of behind the 8 ball ever since.
Man, he's feeling the kicks. That's a different wrinkle to Smith Garrett's game.
Oh dear.
Oh, awkward landing too.
I love the urgency in Smith Garrett's step. I love that he has tried to put together a game plan to defeat the Ace. But man, he has got to guard his head and neck at all times. Less than 3 years ago, he broke his neck. 13 months ago, cover! He was knocked out cold with a severe concussion. Quite frankly, I'm a little bit nervous every time I see Smith Garrett in a hard-hitting professional wrestling matchup because I know about his health. I know about his ailments. And these are things that are going to bother him for the rest of his natural life. So dangerous for him to get clubbed about the head and neck. and those big, heavy hands, Arik Royal is known for swinging at the head and neck.
Right, and this Arik Royal, he's kind of made me eat my words in the past. He's become a bit more of a strategist, and you know that's a focus of his in this match.
Yeah, for years, Royal's game plan was pretty much just blunt force trauma. Cover! Only got two.
And you notice a lot of guys, and Arik Royal's kind of following this mold. It seems like once they start falling out of favor with the fans, they become a bit more meticulous, a bit more calculated.
Do you think that's a thing? Do you think, quote unquote, wrestling for the fans? Oh, cover, gotta get that shoulder down.
I think it is.
Do you think that's a thing? Do you think once people kind of put that behind them, is that when you start seeing more of a game plan coming along? More of like, what does it take to win? Rather than what does it take to get raucous applause and cheering?
Right, I mean, very few guys kind of keep that same mentality when they fall out of favor. For the most part, yeah, they become more calculated. They don't really care what the fans think. And Smith Garrett firing back now. I'm wondering if, that neck, if it's hurt, it's going to affect his ability to do any kind of Irish whip like that.
Yeah, you can't really throw a punch effectively. You can't lift, you can't whip, barely grip. He's got to get those shoulders down. Only got two.
That takes away possibly the biggest advantage Smith Garrett has, and that's the strength. He's one of the most well-conditioned, strongest athletes in CWF. And if that neck's out, that takes all of that away. And still cranking back.
He's leaning on him with that 260 pounds. And these two have already wound up in a slower pace. This, I would venture to say, has already been a more grueling semifinal round matchup than our first. Oh dear.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
Oh dear, on that, all the pressure's on the neck. Oh, he can barely stand.
Didn't use his hands at all. Oh, my goodness. And I have to wonder if they came into this thinking, hey, I'm going to pace myself and not use that much energy and try to win this thing instead of going into a sprint. But it's kind of backfired on both of them. It's just really turned into a hard-hitting affair.
Right. Richards came in with the opposite strategy. I'm going to sprint right towards the finish line. It ended up working. Aric Andrews, he loves that slower pace. He loves to grind somebody into the mat, and quite frankly, he never got a chance with Richards.
Right. That took a lot out of Smith Garrett. Royal was the first man back up.
Ooh. God, Smith Garrett wants it so bad. He wants it so bad, but he's got to protect himself. You can't just offer your chin to Arik Royal and say, hit me.
He'll do it.
You've got to come back for the finals.
And this is where the pride of a guy like Smith Garrett gets in the way.
Man, I would rather have sense than emotion. I'm sorry. You gotta conserve your energy and your body. Oh, uppercut. Back of his head hit the canvas. Cover. Two.
Ooh, that was the closest near fall of the match.
You cannot just throw everything at the semifinal round matchup. Not in a tournament like this where the turnaround time is so quick. Oh, man.
Was that the last gas for Smith Garrett?
Yeah, Royal is in firm control here. Now Royal will attempt to take a chance.
Right, it's rare that he goes up here.
Man, they are laying in these shots. You can hear it. The sound bouncing off the walls of the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium here in the shadow of the Greensboro Coliseum. The ace is on the top. Smith Garrett going to meet him.
Woo! Sent him all the way across the ring with the belly to belly.
He tried to position his body on top, but he rolled all the way off. There's the cover. 1, 2, 2. That was great thinking from Smith Garrett. He tried to position his body where he would literally land on top of Royal, trying to knock all the air out of him, but he rolled. The momentum carried him over Royal's body. There was a momentary delay on the cover. He might have got 3, he might not have, but whatever, it didn't work.
Yeah, honestly, that 1 extra second was probably all it took for Royal to kick out.
You've been in that ring. You've felt the back of your head crash against the canvas, some hard shots. Sometimes you come to in just a second or two.
Crossbody. Oh, nice leverage by the ace.
Man, Royal is so strong.
Gonna deadlift him up in that suplex.
Even a vertical suplex jars the head and neck.
Jars everything.
2.
And
as evidenced by how close that near fall was.
And to the casual fan, that may look like a cocky cover, but it was actually the best cover he could have went for right there. The weak neck forced him to use his upper body to kick out.
You're absolutely right about Royal being a strategist. And Smith Garrett, I don't know if we can get a shot of it or not. Smith Garrett is looking at the trophy. His eyes are focused on the trophy in front of us. He's got to watch his opponent, man. There's just no two ways about it.
It's like when you look up at the scoreboard, you got to find that motivation.
Yeah, but you got to watch the other team, bruh. Oh, dear.
He's got to watch his head get sent to the front row.
Oh, good thinking. Garrett had to avoid those clubbing shots. Cradle, he loves to put his body weight on top. He didn't get it.
Oh, got him.
Right in the teeth. Collar. Two. Oh, no. Only got two.
Referee Pierce made sure to see it, too. Only two.
I alluded to it a moment ago. Smith Garrett's got one of my favorite quick pins in all the game. He likes that schoolboy cradle, but he bridges with his own body weight on top of the man. Makes his opponent throw his own body weight off of him.
That's how he beat Mitch Connor.
One of my favorite quick pins in the game. You've got to have stuff like that in your arsenal. You never know when it's going to come in handy.
Oh, Smith's fired up.
Yeah, he is.
He's fired up. He might hit Smith Mountain here.
And by the ears, he's able to pick him up with ease. Oh, he couldn't hold him, though. He could not hold him. Ow.
Oh, he went to the neck. Yeah, it was to the throat.
Oh, the back of the head is the canvas again. Cover. Two.
The illegal shot to the throat, the Space Jam still wasn't enough to keep Garrett down.
Every time the back of Smith Garrett's head hits the canvas, I'm watching to see if his eyes are glazed over. He is still in this fight, but it is not looking good right now. Referee Kevin Pierce has got to check on the man.
Right, and how many more kickouts does Garrett have? We know he has the heart.
Listen to this crowd.
Man, we know who their favorite is.
On social media, they wanted to see Garrett versus Richards in the finals. No one wanted to see Arik Royal three-peat.
Smith Mountain.
He got it. I think he got all of it. Cover. Two.
Oh, the ropes.
I think Smith Garrett has been seriously dazed by some of these hard shots. The ring positioning, the ring placement was awful there.
Yeah, very bad. It's very uncharacteristic of Smith Garrett.
Right, if he had not been batted about the head and neck for the past 10 minutes, he would have known better. He would have known to pull him out of the ropes. How much damage has those shots, how much damage has the back of his head hitting the canvas numerous times done to take Smith Garrett out of his game?
And this might be a smart move by Royal. He rolled out to the apron, and I think that's what he had in mind.
Thrown against the top rope, the neck whiplash. Garrett's hurt. Garrett's hurt. Oh, dear.
Sick kick.
Oh, God. Sick kick. Garrett is on Dream Street.
That's
Cover. Two. Oh, no. Smith Garrett stays alive with his eyes on the prize. Smith Garrett is still alive. He is reaching out to these people, 250 that have packed the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium in Gibsonville, North Carolina. Cecil Scott, he is feeding off their energy.
And a rare look of down in the face of Arik Royal here.
Yeah, Royal considers himself the ace, considers himself the top dog. Oh, he almost hit the ref. Oh, clubbed him in the back of the head.
Northern Lariat. He was trying not to catch the referee.
Good bit of diversion from Royal. Oh, dear.
And these shots to the neck. Come on.
Oh, God, clubbing away. Referee Kevin Pierce has got to get in there. He's got to get in there. Oh, on the back of his head again.
Man, that short clothesline of Pierce has got to think about stopping this.
That was a bunch of unanswered blows. Pierce is hurt. Excuse me, Smith Garrett is hurt. Pierce is right there. Smith is hurt. Smith is talking to him. He is responsive. He is responsive to the referee's commands. Elbow and the three. Oh, God. Ref has got to get in there. Ref has got to get in there. He's called it. He called it.
Stop it.
Referee Kevin Pierce has stopped it. That means that Smith Garrett was not responsive to the official. Referee Kevin Pierce has been forced to stop it. Pierce would not have stopped it if Smith Garrett was responsive. Kevin Pierce has stopped the fight.
And that means for the third time, Arik Royal is in the finals of the Weaver Cup.
Stoppage, 15 minutes, 25 seconds. Advancing to the final later in the evening, Arik Royal!
So that means next week on Worldwide, Arik Royal faces Nick Richards to determine the Weaver Cup champion in 2016.
to come cheer you on, Nick Richards. You got all these people here to come cheer you on. But just like people cheering for Smith Garrett, your fate is just the same. That trophy is coming back with me, and that Mid-Atlantic heavyweight title will soon be back in the Planet of the Ace.
Good job, good.
No, I got it. Oh, there's more people here now. You guys are bandwagon like Panther fans when we show up at the good game. Jimmy, you leaving? I wanted to apologize. The last show, you guys that weren't here, I wanted to say sorry. I told him to go take a walk in the middle of the road, and I just wanted to apologize. That wasn't be a star of me.
And you still suck, so it doesn't matter.
And I just wanted to say sorry. I got home and I thought, if you would have been hit, how sorry I would have felt for that person that hurt their car on your decrepit body, and how I would have never forget myself for the damage that it caused. So I'm sorry, Jimmy. I apologize.
Why you show up with drunk? Why are you here?
Are you drunk?
Are you drunk?
Because I am. I also wanted to apologize to a young man named Nick Richards.
Cut his mic.
Nick,
Cut his mic.
last show, it wasn't about you. I didn't care that you won your match. I didn't try to take you out of your match.
Obviously you did.
I don't care if you win the Weaver Cup. The Weaver Cup is inconsequential to me.
He's gonna beat you.
Nobody that wins the Weaver Cup, it doesn't matter because I'll be champion.
No, you won't, because you're a jobber.
All I care about is if you're a friend of Trevor Lee, that was just a knock on the door. And I'm going to keep knocking. I'm going to keep knocking until Trevor has the balls to answer. But today's story time, last show's story time was all about positives. It was about how good the wrestling business is.
You were a reject.
This month's story time, unfortunately, is about the downfalls of professional wrestling. And I'm here to teach Trevor Lee and people like him, like Andrew Everett, the downfalls of this business and what might happen to you. You see, everyone knows 14 years ago, I'll leave, I don't care. I'm not gonna leave. Happy hour's already over, I have nowhere to go. But the thing is, everyone knows 14 years ago, I stepped foot in CWF. It was nothing without me. There was no sportatorium, there was no sports arena. It was a crappy blue building across some sketchy train tracks, and it was in a bad part of town. But then, I rose from the ashes of that place like a phoenix. I won the tag team titles within the first year. And everybody knows within a year and a half of my first match, I wrestled on WWE television. Still something Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett haven't done. But enough about me. Fast forward a couple of years. I signed my WWE contract at the age of 24. Still something Trevor and Drew haven't done.
I like the tattoo!
Trevor's
But
world champion, though.
when I signed signed with WWE, it wasn't like it is now. There was no Triple H going around signing everybody who can slap their leg and cut a flip. It was the land of the giants. You had to be 6'3", 225 to even get a look at. These guys nowadays couldn't even sniff the WWE when I was there. But what a lot of people don't know, and you guys don't even know, that the day after I signed my WWE contract, the greatest day of my life was followed by the worst day. And my mom was taken from me. She was killed in a car accident the day after I signed my WWE contract. A lot of you don't know that. But that's a downfall of professional wrestling. And I didn't bitch, I didn't moan, I didn't complain. I went and I busted my tail. And I won the tag team titles with Dolph Ziggler twice.
And now you're crying.
But yeah, something happened. Somebody got tired of me, who knows? And I was fired. I was released. And the funny thing is, when I was fired, I was given a crazy excuse. That I was too indie. I was too much of an indie wrestler.
Well, you're not much.
You see, nowadays, indie's great. Everybody wants indie wrestling. It's cool now because I paved that way. You see, back then, they were hiring actors and football players to play the role of a wrestler. But I got fired and I paved the way for guys to go. But enough about me, that's fine. A few years later, I started up with a company called Evolve. A company that you guys know now because Triple H loves it. But back then, nobody loved it. And I started. I was undefeated. I was scheduled to be the first champion of Evolve.
We got a guy back there that just got knocked out. I don't know who the hell even let you in. You got about 120 seconds, and I'm shutting the damn mic off.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
You see, it's guys like that that's a problem with CWF.
If you want to get in the ring, put your
It's
boots on
guys
and get
like
in the ring.
this that's the problem with CWF. When I won the Mid-Atlantic title, I helped fight off the riot. I helped protect his ass from everybody. But eventually, Trevor Lee, which you've done now, you're the new flavor of the month. You're what everybody loves now. Eventually, somebody younger, somebody better comes along and takes your spot. And that's apparently what's trying to be done by that guy, by all of you. Everybody wants to do that. But let me tell you something. This is what happens when you refuse to step aside. I don't care how many people love you around here. I refuse to step aside. Trevor Lee, you want to answer the door? I'm here. Your party is over.
Put your boots on and get in the ring. Put your boots on and get in the ring. Shut the hell up.
See how I'm coming more like off my hip? And right, if you were like if this arm's going up on lunge here, the little things that makes you money. It's the little things that make people talk about you. No matter what, it's still gonna hurt.
Dirty Daddy, the match is all set. Loser leaves town for the Rising Generation League Championship. How you feeling?
Well, you know something? Back in my day, when two guys had a conflict, when two guys in the territory just couldn't get along, somebody had to get sent packing, Jack. And back in 1964 in Charlotte, I had to send Hero Matsuda packing. And right now in 2016, I'm going to send you packing, Mace Mitsubishi, and I'm going to do it for the US of A, Jack.
That's right. Get your tickets now.
USA! 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 USA!
You don't hit him, man. Hey, look. We're winning this match.
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents, your CWF Mid-Atlantic partners tonight. Let's have a big sportatorium welcome back for Cutie and the Beast. It's not a schedule for one fall, the 15-minute time limit.
He could be hiding something.
Cecil Scott, the state of this 8-person tag team bout. It is the Dawson brothers, the maniacal him and the she-beast Sis against Beau Crockett, Innocent Isaiah, and the Mid-Atlantic tag team champion Aaron Biggs and the Mecha Mercenary, and man alive,
We're starting out with Zane Dawson against Innocent Isaiah.
and Zane Dawson does not know what to make of Innocent Isaiah at all.
I don't think I do, and I've seen enough of Isaiah at this point.
I think Innocent Isaiah likes the boots with the fur.
Yes, he does.
With the fur.
I feel like our friend Carly would love Innocent Isaiah. Hey, don't judge a book by its cover. We say this every time Isaiah's out here. Apparently they're really soft.
My word.
Soft is the word of the day, right?
Come on, I don't like this one bit. I'm only mildly okay with it myself. Okay.
I know the Dawsons make their living bouncing at bars and nightclubs in downtown Wilmington, North Carolina. I wonder if they've ever ran into Innocent Isaiah at any of those nightclubs.
I don't know if they work the same bars that Innocent Isaiah goes to.
You don't think Isaiah works the same circuit as the Dawson brothers?
I don't think so. What is Charles doing?
He's dodging men in that corner, and Sis, and Isaiah. What is Isaiah doing?
Isaiah's not dodging anybody, brother.
What?
I'm sorry, Zane Dawson's not the guy I would try to play mind games with.
You know, it might work, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to match up with him physically. My word.
That was almost elbow sex.
What?
From Rocky Horror.
Oh, right.
Come on. Seriously. I'm gonna let that one slide.
I bet you will. Oh.
This is a PG show. I don't want to see anything slow.
What are you pointing at me for?
Brad, I think this is your fault, actually.
Everybody's mad at me tonight.
Okay. Here, well, let's go. I'm ready.
He's ready.
This is it. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you. We don't get
My God.
What is even happening here? All hell, brother.
No. Hey, look. Hey. That's pretty nice. Y'all can do that on your own time. This is your wheelhouse, okay? Come on.
What did he mean by that? This is her wheelhouse. What does that even mean?
Now, this is quite the matchup.
Where do I grab on you?
Oh, dear. Cecil Scott, some professionalism, please. Cecil Scott, some decorum. Oh, dear.
Cecil's going to eat his face off. I'm sorry.
Using the middle rope to her advantage is the powerful Sis.
Yeah, I don't know if his mind games will work on Sis.
This is a singles match I desperately need to see at some point in my life.
Oh, God.
It's a back chop. Well, Isaiah can fight, and he may need to.
Sis has been kind of effective in singles action here lately, so she's kind of on a roll.
Yeah, she's picked up some wins over some tough ladies.
Yeah, she really is going to rip the face off of Innocent Isaiah.
But much as Isaiah has never fought someone like Sis, Sis has never really fought anyone like Isaiah either.
What the? Oh, the hip attack!
Yes, it was! Oh, she's down!
I love butt-based offense.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my! Dropping it like it is at least lukewarm, if not all the way hot. Come on,
I kind of liked it better when Amber O'Neal was doing that. Not that much.
Oh, my.
The move's about to change.
Yeah, I think the fun and games may be stopping. A lot of history between these two, and Mecha sends her to the corner. Mecha may not want to fight these two. Former Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champions in the ring. Mecha may not want to fight these two.
I don't think this is the same guy that Mecha remembers.
Oh, my.
Well, they made a decision easy for him. Mecha Mercenary and Biggs is 24 hours removed from a grueling bout up in Northern Virginia. They just arrived right before showtime.
Mecha stepping on him with all that weight. Oh, Biggs. Oh, and Isaiah were on that same card up in Northern Virginia.
Right, they all arrived around the same time, so not a lot of rest.
Quite a strut there from Innocent Isaiah.
Very fabulous. Oh, there's some history here.
Yes, sir. Battlecade matchup. What, back about 8 months ago between these two led to a series of tag team bouts that, quite frankly, is still continuing to this day with Biggs and his new partner, the monstrous Mecha Mercenary. Dawson brothers have said they have got their sights set on the tag team championship.
Yeah, I mean, they're putting wins together. They beat Team IOU not long ago, so they are definitely making their case. And the team of the Dawsons and him and Sis have not really gotten out of the blocks here. Well, Dave looks like he's kind of hesitant. Again, gonna lock up here again. And so far, Aaron Biggs is one of the few people Dave Dawson has never been able to overpower. He's ever been able to bully this guy around.
Referee Charles Richardson almost got smacked.
Charles is in a state of disarray in this match.
We're all in a bit of a disarray. Weaver Cup finals have been set. It'll be the two-time former tournament winner, Arik Royal, against Nick Richards, who says he is never again to be called the lost cause. He has found his cause. Brad Attitude once again getting under the skin of everyone in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium in this huge 8-person tag team bout.
I think it's lit, as the kids would say.
Huge grudge match still to come. We'll see Lee Valiant face Chet Sterling as requested by Sterling, who wanted the opportunity for revenge after Valiant cost him. Oh, back at Absolute Justice. And there is the boot cover to
a Brody-esque boot.
The bedazzled boot of Zane Dawson right in the face of Aaron Biggs.
I think if you let Isaiah get a hold of it, it'll be bedazzled.
Tag into Sis. Well, these are four really unorthodox, unpredictable people on this corner, and I don't think Sis can put a dent in the big man.
As an aside, Bedazzle is my favorite movie.
Oh, dear. Oh, she's trapped.
Oh, God, he's headbutting her in the chest.
Oh, my.
The sis is in trouble.
Yes, she is. This is not who that team wants. She's a tough broad, but that's not who you want in there with Biggs. Good thinking on the part of him.
Good teamwork there.
And they're on top. They've got the big man stopped. They've got him immobilized.
They want to try to get him back in that corner.
Look at Aaron Biggs now. Look at him, huh?
And Big Dave tagged back in.
Yeah, come on,
Probably not who this team thought about isolating when this thing started, but sometimes you take what you can get.
Oh, dear. Hey, Dawson. Puts the boot right in the sternum.
Poor Biggs, you can see it in his face. He saw it coming and couldn't do a thing about it.
Very, very rare that you see Biggs isolated with all the meat and cover two with all the meat on that team. With all the meat on that team, they have isolated, quite frankly, the biggest man of the foursome.
Right, you would think they would want to try to isolate Beau or Isaiah.
And what two interesting foursomes have been formed here tonight on CWF Worldwide? A survivor-like dynamic with these two teams.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Dawson went for the big splash, missed it. Now this is going to be interesting. Will Biggs tag his regular partner, or will he tag someone that he's never tagged with before? I think Beau reached over Mecha. He was going for his normal partner. Beau reached over the Mecha Mercenary.
He's the freshest man in the match.
Slugging away.
He's on fire right now. Nice splash in the corner. And great offense here by Crockett.
Comes Isaiah, could be time of your life. Oh,
yes, sir.
Wheelbarrow. Oh boy, heads up, gonna be the wheelbarrow instead. Dropping. Beau and Isaiah in a very short amount of time put together some great teamwork. Cover and only got two.
Oh, get ready!
Oh, he's trying to drag Zane Dawson back to the corner. Made the tag, got shoved off though. Crockett's legal. Woo! The Dawson lariat. That's the legal man too. Cover 1, 2, and here they come for the save.
Man, just like that. That's how deadly these Dawsons are.
They have slowed it down already.
All it took was that one big lariat.
And him, the former Michael McAllister, who spent over a calendar year saying that he was coming, that they would find him.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear. And when they finally found him, it was quite frankly a demon, a side that lived in McAllister all along that we never knew existed. Do not call him McAllister to his face.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, dear.
And this might be more wacky than when he was Middle Eastern for a spell, so who knows?
He has always had a bit of an identity crisis, and Beau Crockett has found himself in a very bad part of the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium. All that body weight with the double stomp. Cover! Only got two.
And Crockett, man, he's in just a short amount of time really got brutalized here.
Leaning on him, trying to wear him down.
Come on, Beau. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, they want to put this in together. Somebody's got to hurry it up.
2 minutes remain. 2 minutes.
Crockett has been neutralized by the dangerous Dawsons. Heads up.
Oh, took them both down. He's got to make a tag and quick.
Now he finds himself in the same situation. Will he tag his regular partner or one of the super heavyweights? He tagged Isaiah. He opted not to tag the bigger men.
Isaiah with the crossbody.
He's got a stick and move here against these Dawsons. Oh, open hand slaps. Oh dear.
Woo! Got it with the TKO.
Biggs. Oh dear.
That's a murder! That's a murder!
Oh, took the knee out. Great thinking.
Oh, God.
Flying attack, just like an animal. Oh, double team.
Oh, cannonball him in the corner, but Mecha's in.
I think she caught both of them. Uh-oh.
60 seconds remaining.
Mecha catches both of them.
We got a minute left. He just squished everybody.
What?
What? No way.
Oh, the Dawsons may have saved the entire front row.
Watch out for
45
Crockett.
seconds remain.
Crockett on top. Woo! Onto everybody.
Man, we're running out of time here, but we got Dawson. We got Zane in the ring. Oh, God, a palm strike.
Huge palm strike in the
30
corner.
seconds. 30 seconds.
Time becoming of the essence here. Dawson's. Oh, dear. That's not good for anybody. Ah! Cover two. Got him. And the Dawsons put the moves together to win.
Oh, we've got a fight in the ring still. We've just still got dissension between all of these teams. Beau Crockett's in there with one of the belts.
14 minutes, 45 seconds. Come on. Your winners, Zane and Dave Dawson, him and Cis.
Where were you guys? Where was your problem, huh? You want Now, where were you? What is your problem? What is your problem? You gotta get my partner. What is your problem? 2-on-1. He's weak, big man. Keep your hands off me, son. Up, Jack. All right? This ain't over. Hey, Nova's cool. This is our house. Is that right? You got that? CWF series is the house of the Hawks. Okay. All right, we'll see about that. Where's my belt? Where's my belt?
Miss Maida, the match is coming up. You're going to defend your Rising Generation League Championship against Dirty Daddy in a loser leaves town match.
Why are you even talking to him? He doesn't speak English. Speaking of leaving, why don't you leave, loser? Let's talk to the champ. This is the champ, Mr. Maida. I brought him all the way from Hiroshima right here to teach people lessons. We taught Jesse Adler a lesson. And we're going to teach the Dirty Daddy a lesson. We're going to send him to Vancouver, the worst payoff territory there is. That's where we're sending because Mr. Maida is here to drop the big bombs on the USA. Ain't that right, Mr. Maida? Shut up, Jolene. And that means, shut up, fool. We're looking for you, Dirty Daddy. You're gone.
With a 20-minute time limit, would you please welcome out first, Lee Valiant.
Let me back in here. I'm going to cripple Chet Sterling. He wants a grudge match. Keep your booze. I don't need this shit.
And here's the opponent tonight, Chet Sterling.
On the Valiant! They're not waiting for a bell, we got a fight already! Chet Sterling demanded this match and he's got it! He's going right for Valiant!
Come on! My God, grudge match is on!
Right here in our featured confrontation of the evening!
We have never seen Chet Sterling so fired up and Valiant! Sent all the way over the top! Our regular viewers will know my apprehension behind letting Lee Valiant even in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium, much less part of the event itself. But Chet Sterling asked for it. He said, I want the opportunity.
And honestly, he made the right call by kind of taking a dip out from the table for a moment because the first thing he looked for was you when he came out here.
Good. I've been in enough near fights tonight.
It's like he can't focus on anything else.
Attitude coming out here, causing a ruckus. He's still somewhere in the building, throwing chairs. Anyway,
dressed like a Cuban drug lord out there.
Nevertheless, I hope. Oh! Joey Hogan and the guys have dragged his carcass out of here by now. Nevertheless, it is a huge grudge matchup as I try to compose myself from people fighting all over the building. Oh!
And this is not a no DQ situation. Pierce is kind of letting him go.
Real tense moments in the locker room just a moment ago as I was coming back out. The 8 participants in that 8-person tag. Quite frankly, damn near everybody is at each other's throats back there. Don't look to see any of those teams together again anytime soon. Are they fighting outside?
Yeah, they're outdoors and we can't see anything.
Cameras are following though. There they are back in the main arena. I see them in the distance. In the shadows of the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium, Valiant headed back towards ringside, Sterling in tow.
Would that be the dark recesses? I like that. I've got dark recesses in my home that I like to use. Man, he's just clawing at the face.
Nobody told these two it wasn't a no disqualification match.
And again, Pierce has shown a lot of leniency. He knows it's a grudge situation. Chet stopping the count. It doesn't really matter. I don't know if Pierce was even putting the count on him. Oh!
Hard into the edge of the ring.
Valiant just went out to the lobby. I'm not really sure what for.
Once again, this thing is not no disqualification. He is wrestling with the risk of a count out. I don't even know if Chet Sterling is aware of where his opponent currently is, and they're going back to the lobby, man.
We'll follow it as best as we can.
Yeah, our dedicated CWF cameras keeping up with the action.
Yeah, Pierce is just going to put the count on him, I think.
He's got to at this point. Oh, here they come flying back through! My God!
Yeah,
it is a fight all over the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium. Why is everybody so pissed off tonight?
Oh, we're supposed to be in a good mood tonight. It was finals night.
Uh-oh, heads up!
He's got a plate of nachos! He's got, that's 100-degree nacho cheese!
A shower of nacho cheese spraying the ringside fans!
Golden liquid everywhere!
My God!
But they keep that cheese hot over there, brother.
What a fight these two are having! Referee Kevin Pierce is not sure what to do. Screw it! Valiant's been pissing me off forever. I say let him fight.
I can honestly say I've never seen nachos to the face.
Oh dear. Oh, he slid off the post, man.
It's a cheese. It lubricated the post and he just went flying.
My heavens.
What am I even saying out here?
Weaver Cup Finals night has taken a turn that none of us could have expected. Trainees are cleaning up pools of nacho cheese on the far side of the building. We have still got a match going on where they finally are back in the ring, and I'm just going to say it. Chet Sterling has been kicking ass so far.
He has. Man, I've never seen Chet this fired up.
No, absolutely not. He's always been so chill, so relaxed. Nothing bothered him. Lee Valiant took away his opportunity to regain the television championship, and Chet's pissed.
Oh, what a release, German.
My word.
Man, and Lee Valiant is on Dream Street here. Splash. Oh.
No, he did not hit the buckle. The smarts of Chet Sterling.
That's the second time this happened, Shiranui. No, he slipped out again. Woo!
Chet Sterling feeling it. Cover, center of the ring. Go! Did not get him. Did not get him.
Chet has stayed one step ahead of the veteran Lee Valiant in this match.
Now he may be a little frustrated. The inexperienced Chet Sterling. Yes, he has been mentored by Trevor Lee. Andrew Everett are some of the best in the game, but Valiant has still got not quite a decade on Sterling as far as experience goes.
Wait.
What the hell? Oh! On the knee and the ankle! On the knee and the ankle! What the hell?
This right
in front of us! What the hell is wrong with you?
And Valiant gets the win!
What the hell is wrong with you? Right in front of us!
He said he was going to take out friends of Trevor Lee, and there's no closer friend of Trevor Lee than Chet Sterling.
How is this even a thing that we're allowing to happen? Good God! Lee Valiant has stolen a win, and Brad Attitude has stolen the spotlight.
So, as I was saying, I was undefeated and involved until they offered the first contract. I turned it down because it wasn't fair to the boys. And that's what helped pave the way for the contracts that are here today. It's because of me that made a fair business decision. So now all the boys get paid. It's all because of me. Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett would never be where they are if it wasn't for me. That doesn't even have a pronoun in it. That doesn't even make sense. So, I had to finish. This asshat interrupted me and I couldn't even finish my promo. So, Chet, nothing against you, buddy. You just picked the wrong friends. So, this asshole. Here, talk. You love talking so much.
You barely talk sometimes.
Hey, don't go nowhere. These people have heard enough talking tonight. I respect the hell out of you. I respect that you were the first graduate of the Mid-Atlantic Dojo. I respect that you went to WWE to evolve. I respect that after all that, you came back here to CWF and that you were ready to take the flag. It's not my fault. It's not even your fault. It's not anybody else's fault that these people can see that Trevor Lee was better than you. Now, Brad, if you want the chance to disprove that, quit talking, put your boots on, and I will make the match. In the meantime, this microphone is off limits to you, sir.
Across. No, you're right.